Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mike with the Unlikely Overlander. It's been a little bit, but we're back at it. If you're new to the channel, thanks for joining us. If you're returning, thanks for coming back for this mess. We are still working on Project Red Rocket. You can probably see behind me, we got the body set back on the frame so we can start getting it cleaned up and ready for paint. Got some body work to do, a couple more little patches to do maybe, and we'll be back on that. But today's project, I'm wanting to add a dual battery setup to my little 1.6 turbo diesel Samurai.
Okay, sit still everybody, don't go away.
The more you have to do to set up to go camping, the less likely you are to go camping, I've determined. So I'm going to build a little platform in the back with a pull-out drawer to hold like my cook stove and some spare parts and tools and whatnot. And I've got a DC to DC charger and a nice big lithium battery to go back there. But this being a Samurai, even the 1.6 turbo diesel, I was running the stock Samurai alternator. They ain't big enough to run crap. They barely run the headlights. So first thing, I'm swapping for a GM alternator. So I've got my old alternator off and I've already got part of the bracket on. I've kind of jumped the gun here. Don't know if you can see at all. There it is. So it's just hanging there now, but in the process of bolting on the new bracket for the new alternator. I'll get that hooked up. We'll be back with you. All right, what is going on, guys? I apologize. I have not been filming much, man. It's freaking hot out here, so I'm working like 20-30 minutes at a time going inside and cooling off. So I'm trying to just get enough done to show you guys what I'm doing. Last I showed you, I was getting my new alternator in there, my upgraded alternator. We've got it. Hello, here we go. It is. Got it installed down there. Nice one-wire alternator, so I only had to hook up that wire. It powers everything. It's a mess under the hood here. I haven't cleaned up my wiring from putting this together. So that's a winter project sometime, but ignore this. I've got distribution blocks coming, so I can clean up all this wiring. I'll figure that out. But I've got to run my wires from here. Okay, what I've got here, I'm making this platform. You see my battery will be up here at the front, and I'll have my DC-DC charger and all mounted on the front edge of this board. We'll run my wires back to there. I'm going to put a drawer in here. We'll put a drawer in here to hold all of our camping supplies and tools and whatnot, and then we'll just mount our fridge up here. Or probably on the other side, I don't know. Anyway, he can live there permanently. Probably do it on this side. That way maybe while driving I can reach in and get me a drink. That would be handy. But that'll live there. That battery is more than ample to run this fridge all the dang time if I want to. And that 40 amp DC-DC charger should keep it charged up, no problem.
So we got the Jeep in the shop. It's messed up. The U-joint on it, I'll just flip the camera. So on the way back from Florida, the U-joint right there, can't even see it, but you get it. The U-joint tried to fall apart. Well, did. So we're going to pull that apart, see if it messed anything else up, get parts for it, fix it. And this all happened on the way back from Florida. We took it to Florida for a family trip, for a family, thing. And Levi's here again, so we're gonna see what's wrong with it.
Meanwhile.
But yeah, I'm going to try and get this partially assembled, get some primer sprayed. Words MR hard. I get some primer sprayed on it to help seal it. I got some wood primer. It'll seal it off. Then I've got carpet I'm going to go over it with. Alright, we got this screwed together. Slap some primer on it, and I'll screw the other piece together. Give that a little while to dry, and we'll put some carpet on it. Hopefully I bought enough of this primer. I've never primered wood, but it said it was a good waterproof sealer for wood. And I'm going to have carpet over it too, so I'm hoping between the two, this will hold up for a while. If it lasts a year or so, I'll be happy, because then hopefully I'll be in the other rig, and this will be back to just being a weekend toy that don't really need all this. But I'm wanting to get out and do a lot more camping, and I'm just trying to get more organized to do it. Just want to tell you, we are going to be back on Project Red Rocket next week. Been a slight change of plans on that. I was building it for my cousin to road trip out to Wyoming. Well, I don't know if my cousin and my son were plotting this so I could do a bunch of work for my son, but he turned around and sold it to my son, which is cool. Hey, it is. He decided he didn't need it right now, had better things to do with his money. He's, trying to get some businesses off the ground, so I understand. And my son has decided he wanted one so that he could have it to play with while we take the Jeep down to do the diesel swap on it, and we're going to work it over from top to bottom. We're going to gut the thing and do some insulation. So it's going to be a big project. Stand by for that. So there'll be something besides the Samurai. We're going to do Jeep things for a little bit. XJ things. Anyway, so now we've got to realign the finances now that it's my son's. He's got to get some money together to order the paint and things. I'm still going to help him out, but he's got to pay me. He's working hard, so he's got the money coming, but just a slight delay in progress. Anyway, I've yammered on now for about 5 minutes just because it's nice and cool standing in the shade. I'm going to put the camera down, formulate a plan. I'll get y'all set up on tripod. We'll get back to work.
Alright, so I didn't do a great job filming that whole time, but I got the front right axle out, and this was our problem right there. And on the other side, no bearings in there either. And Levi's saying that there's no axle seal in it now, so the axle seal was mud, so we're gonna need a new axle seal too. And I don't know, this axle's pretty chewed up, so we'll see. We're gonna wait on parts and then put it back together, and maybe I'll do a better job filming it that time, but we'll see.
Alright, I got the bottom piece in here, and it worked out handy. All I got to do is put these flush at the end and screw them down. That way when I set the top piece in, I can just screw into that 2x4, and that'll give us a nice open spot for our drawer. Oh, sorry, breeze from the fan hit me and it felt great. As I get older and fatter, I'm not cut out for this heat. I love it. I mean, I like it a lot better than winter, but I just an indoor shop would be a lot more gooder. Yep, English MR great and stuff. We'll try this. Using a slightly different screw on the bottom here. I bought it for the whole project, but I used thicker plywood for the top and stuff so it could handle more weight. Since this is just a base for it to hold it all together, it didn't need to be real big is what I'm trying to say, or real thick. Oh, let's see. Well, that was not. Whoopsie. Yeah, it's got some good adhesive on it. Jeez. This little stapler hadn't been used in a while. It's rusty as can be. But it still works, other than I apparently can't aim. Where is... Ah, take that. Okay. Alright, so as you can see, I got that set in the back of the Zook. Looks pretty good. I'll still have some room on the sides where I can shove miscellaneous little stuff in. That'll be a pretty decent sized drawer I can have. Hopefully there's enough room for the drawer when I get done. I might have to take my pouch off my back, which I hate to do because I like that. Anyway, we'll walk around here, show you where we're going to mount the DC charger. DC to DC charger, rather. So there's our battery sitting over there. I've just got it wedged behind the seat. Probably not going to go anywhere, but I'm still going to make a tie down for it. Not today, though. So then I've got my charger here, missing a foot, but no biggie. We'll get this mounted over here like this. Run our battery cables up through that hole right in the floor right there. Hook in, and then just run a set over to there. And eventually I'm going to have a little panel here in the middle that'll have a couple outlets for me to plug into, or 12 volt or 110 outlets. I haven't bought my inverter yet. We're going to get there, but I'm going to screw this thing on there and we'll run some cables. Alright guys, it's getting late in the day. I didn't film a lot there at the end because I had to hurry and get out to meet my dad and my sister for dinner. I'll show you what we got here. Let's get you spun around. First, we've got a Lily. Hi, Lily. We just got back from visiting them. So we've got, see if I can get this camera where you can see. Okay, we've got our batteries running in, or our cables running from our battery up front back to here. I've got a 60 amp inline fuse that I've got to still mount and put different ends on. The 40 amp DC to DC charger. Then we've got our battery over here. We run directly to it. And for now, I've just got the little 12 volt plug-in for it. Like I said, eventually I'll have an inverter down here and I'll have a couple outlets and a couple 12 volt spots, and we'll probably just wire the fridge in permanently. So that'll do for now. And I've actually got the fridge plugged in up front because I'm letting this battery charge. It was stone dead and just going, let me get over here where I can see it. Just going to town and back, it charged this big battery from 0 to, looks like 12% maybe. I can't see. I'll put you there and we'll look later. Anyway, so that's that. We'll walk around here to the side. I just put some little L brackets down here to, I got the little L brackets here to keep it from side to side. I've got them on either side. Like I said, the cheaper Vevor fridge doesn't have mounting points. And I stopped at Home Depot and I picked up just some of these little D-ring anchor points. I'll put one in front, one in back, and I can just tie the handles down. Keep it in place. But you see, fridge is at 40 degrees. I don't have much in there right now, but that's that. I'll get the drawer made. Say hi, Lily. I'll get the drawer made. Show you that in another video. I'm gonna try and get this video up for you guys tomorrow. They say this is a quick one. I didn't show you a lot of the detailed stuff. One thing I am concerned about is, oh boy, I got that DC to DC charger. I can't find the remote wire switch. So to tell it to only turn on when the key's on. So it was running all the time. I don't know if it's smart enough to figure it out or not. I'm just gonna see if I got a dead battery tomorrow and go from there. But right now it doesn't appear to be on. See if I turn the key on, if it kicks on. Stay. Walk around here. Okay, so yeah, it's just smart enough to do that on its own, I guess. Because it turned itself off. So that's gonna be it. We're back on Project Red Rocket. Try and get it painted in the next video, and we are starting on the tin top. Within the next couple videos, I'm at least going to do something on that. And then once Red Rocket's out of the way, I can focus all my attention on that. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Be sure and like, subscribe, share us. Check out some merch or consider a membership, because like I say, funds are getting low. We'd love to keep bringing videos and keep getting better, but hoping to get a little bit more of a following, maybe get a little bit of change from YouTube to help fund some of these videos, because we enjoy making them and we've got a lot of cool stuff in the pipeline, but we gotta figure out how we're gonna fund it all. Anyway, appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.